welcome back to the pod.
Yeah, episode 2.
Episode 2. Can you believe that?
That's crazy. I can't wait to episode 222, but that's just me.
And that's going to be fun because it will happen. God is good. You already know.
Yeah, for sure. God is great.
You know, it's funny because we were, you know, after watching the first episode, it went so fast. You know what's crazy though is that none of it was planned and it went so smoothly.
It was kind of chaotic.
Hold on. Okay, it was.
It was chaos. It's
very, very chaotic. Chaos. I will say, there was a lot of mix-ups. There was a lot of miscommunication. There was a lot of words that weren't said properly.
But I thought they were perfect.
Shout out to everybody who helped me out in the comments. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the real MVP.
Everybody got into their dictionary bag. They're like, no, it is this. Like, stupid. Stupid, it is this.
I kept going back and back. Like, you think at the moment when it's happening, you don't think that is so fluent and there's like no miss.
I don't remember half the words I was saying. Like I was looking at it, like I don't remember saying that.
I know.
I don't remember doing that.
And it was just crazy to me because I was like,
out of body.
When I was done looking at the video, I was like, man, that was so good. There were some parts that I was like, why did I say that? But you know, it's
I think that's the best parts, though.
That's the best thing. Like it's authentic. It just comes naturally. And there's some people that watch it that they could relate. So it's like, oh, it's pretty decent. How did you feel? Like seriously, when you first
I felt nervous.
Watching it for the first time?
No. Like when we're sitting here at the table, I felt like I was feeling. You know how when you do something, you just do it?
Yeah.
I felt like I was doing it. So it was like nervous / oh my God, what do I say next? A lot of it was like quick thinking, and
because we were just going off the top of the dome, so a lot
total
of it,
freestyle.
Yeah, so a lot of it's like, oh my God, what do I say next? And it's just like a little nerve-wracking. But then after a while, when you just because you become comfortable, like when we're just here chilling, so it just all started.
The brain starts forgetting the whole mic's here.
You just start talking and spitting everything out on the table, and it just comes.
It was fun though.
Yeah, it was.
This I can do. I can do this for a long time.
Yeah, I was enjoying it, and it's funny because I came back to the video like 4 times.
I watched it a lot.
I did first hour. Like if you see 100 views, that was probably me.
99 of them was definitely her.
I was bored and I'm like, guess what? I'm gonna go back to the pod and watch it.
It looked good online though when I sent it to people. When it said 200, instead of like if you open it like this, 24 views.
Yeah, but it was pretty decent. You know, like we got a lot of good feedback from it. People liked what we were saying. And
I was just when I sent it, I was just like, just look at it visually and how it sounds.
He gave a disclaimer.
I did disclaimer. This was chaotic.
Christina didn't know half of the words, but you know what?
Not even that. That was the best part.
I know. It was fun. It
was funny how every comment was, you said that shit wrong. That is not the word.
I know. I got that. Even Siri wasn't giving me the right answer. I was so episode
2, you want to clarify what you were trying to say?
Okay, no. We're not going back. We're not going back there. Everybody else,
let's not revisit.
You know what I was trying to say.
Let's not revisit.
Yeah, we're not.
Episode 100, we'll go back. This is all the blunders. All the blunders from 99 episodes behind.
You know, so it was the 26th, the 27th, which was a Sunday.
Crazy day.
It was, it was my birthday. Happy birthday to me again.
Will Smith stole that too, by the way.
I know.
Your birthday wasn't even important.
Man, took all the sunshine. Sunshine. No, we edited
it. Took all your heat away. It was like happy. What did he do?
Just smacked the shit out of me.
No way. Put this cake aside and we brought the TV out.
I can't believe. So you know what's crazy is that I didn't get to see the Oscars. I didn't watch it.
I didn't even know the Oscars was that day, to be honest.
Well, so usually on a Sunday, but no, I didn't know. I never know when these awards happen.
I never know which Sunday.
I feel like they happen twice in the same year, but I don't know.
You know what it is? Well, I don't know about you, but for me, I don't listen to radio anymore. Like radio in the car. You know what? And my phone's plugged in, so I don't hear commercials.
And you know what? I'm always like plugged into Netflix, so I barely watch the news. I get my news from social media.
Exactly.
The Shade Room, shout out to them. TMZ. If it ain't on TMZ, it didn't happen.
Oh, it's not real. To TMZ goes. To TMZ goes.
Exactly.
So then
I didn't know what was going on. I was sitting there. I was watching. We were watching TV, and then I jumped on my phone, and then I seen it. I heard
that was wild.
Dude,
I thought it was a skit.
What? First of all, let me just say this. I was so embarrassed. Like
for who, Chris Rock, or
for the whole situation? I was like, this did not happen. Like this, I thought it was a skit, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
It sound okay. Afterwards, like the way they act, because you know they're actors. You never know. You know they
Chris Rock was like,
do this for.
He didn't know what movie he was in.
Chris Rock is what sold it. So the whole Will Smith walking on stage and then the whole smack.
So take the people that live under a rock the last 4 days. What happened?
Okay, Chris Rock decided to make a joke towards Will Smith's wife Jada,
who, by the way, he came online already with, like, she has her own little streaming services or whatever she does online.
Yeah, she has the table talk, the red table talk.
Yeah, and she came out and said, I have alopecia, I'm going through all this, and I quote, she says, all I can do is laugh about it right now, was her exact quote.
Yeah, she didn't like the joke though.
Yeah, she ain't laughing about it.
It's like you can't say one thing and do another. You contradict what you say and how you feel about a certain situation. But she was not having that. It
wasn't even a bad joke.
It wasn't, and regardless.
And Demi Moore was hot in G.I. Jane.
The thing is, she just felt some type of way. And let me tell you something right now. I never had nothing against Jada. I watched her movies before. I don't know her enough. I've watched her movies, and I enjoyed watching her.
Every time I see her, she's embarrassing.
What is it? Is it Red Table?
It's Red Table Talk. It's Red Table Talk. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy watching her Red Table Talk. She had a lot of popular guests on there.
She had everybody on there. I think even Michelle Obama was on there.
She had a lot of people that she did her thing with that, and I was proud of her for that. Because you didn't really see her on the scene. She didn't really do too many movies, but she wasn't doing any.
What was her last movie? What was her last movie?
I don't know.
The Matrix.
She was in The Matrix?
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
She was Niobe.
I've seen the first Matrix, and I don't even think I've seen
that was like 97.
I've only saw like to the part where he had to choose the pill.
Oh, you don't even know if he's the one.
I don't know.
Spoiler alert, he's the one.
Don't say
Keanu Reeves is the one.
You ain't.
But it's like 30 years you're late. If you ain't on this train.
What if I want to go back and watch it?
Well, they tell you in the first 2 hours.
You a hater.
Keanu Reeves he's John Wick. Don't worry about it.
He's John Wick. John Wick is dope.
John Wick
is dope. But I heard that the latest John Wick wasn't all that.
I didn't watch it.
You know what though? I have to watch it. I don't like critics because sometimes someone says that something's not good, and until I watch it, I'm like, it was good.
I'll be my own critic.
Anyways, off subject. Back to the whole G.I. Jane and Jada and how she was feeling. She didn't like it. She looked at Will like. But
I don't think it was the joke. I think it was that Chris Rock said it. Because remember back in 2016 when he treated her life.
Right. I heard that there was already animosity between both of them.
Right, from 2016
between Jada and.
Because in 2016, Chris Rock was hosting the Oscars. Mm-hmm. And Jada, remember that was when Jada tried to boycott the Oscars. And he was like, no one invited you. He said his joke was, he goes, you boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties.
Oh, I think I remember
I wasn't invited.
I remember the Rihanna joke.
Yeah, so that struck a chord with her.
So, okay.
Because he's basically saying, did nobody invite you in?
So she already has beef with him. Right. She already felt some type of way about him to begin with.
Right. So now this time, I guess.
Well, and then the whole Will, it was
Will Smith was corny for that.
It was definitely out of character for him because that's not what he does. Like, he gets jiggy with it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't, like, what do you, since when, and I get, because him and his family have been in the news a lot lately because of the whole entanglement situation.
she's been dragging that poor guy.
And, so he has a lot on his chest, with everybody coming for him and his family, his kids and everything, so like they were saying, it was just his last straw. However, like, I get the whole defending
I think
your
he
girl.
Was slapping anybody that was up there.
I get the whole defending your girl, but there's a time and place for it, and the Oscars definitely wasn't the time nor the place. I mean,
you could whoop his ass in the back, let TMZ catch the back of everyone's head,
right?
And then be like, there was a scuffle.
That was so unprofessional, and I feel like Jada, as his wife, she should have never let that happen.
She was happy as hell after. Like,
they show a picture of her laughing at it.
It was gross.
It's like, yeah, it is. It's like, you're a minority. And you're at the Oscars, and he was getting presented with an award. He won the award.
Yeah, he won Best Actor.
And it's like, so, like, how, like, that's just like so.
But he ruins everyone's night because the Oscars is something where people really like. That's their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And he just took that away from especially
that was
because Chris Rock was presenting the Best Documentary Award.
Yeah.
And Quest won that, and he came in, he came in, he says his speech, and he's crying, and like no one cares. Like there's not
everyone's still
looking at Will Smith like,
I can't believe you just
smacked him, bro.
Like,
And he's sitting there just chopping it up. It was gross.
It was.
I can't believe he stood there.
I know.
Like, they didn't kick him out. They didn't.
It was so awkward. I'm about to tell you one thing though. This would never happen again in the Oscars. I bet you from now on they're definitely gonna have security.
It's Janet Jackson's titty all over again.
They're definitely gonna have security.
Janet Jackson's titty
They're gonna
all
be like,
over again.
Hold on. Nobody's gonna be able to rush up on stage anymore because that was bad.
We're gonna have those, those dog gates you have at the crib. It sucks.
It's a tough pill to swallow for him after all of it. I know he went home.
Chris or Will?
For Will.
Both,
Chris Rock handled it.
He even apologized first.
He handled it like a gentleman. And you know what's crazy is that Chris Rock has he suffered like back
bullying,
in the day.
Yeah.
He went through some stuff. He has, what is it called?
PTSD.
He went through trauma. He went through some trauma as a child. And I think somebody was saying that he took bricks and to his bully's face. I don't know exactly how that went, but
oh shit, yeah, I know he got bullied as a kid. He got
bullied, but he snapped, and he didn't ever want to have to go back to that.
And he's been open about his PTSD with that too.
Yeah, and I think that Will was real grimy for that. There was no reason for him to do that.
And he slapped him and turned his back on him like he knew he wasn't gonna.
But like I said, I'm not gonna lie. When I first seen it, I thought it was staged. It looked staged. I mean, who knows?
Staged.
They're actors, but what sold it for me was Chris Rock's reaction
when
afterwards.
He mumbled the rest.
Like when what was that guy's name that came up for the award?
Quest. I think his name was Quest.
Okay, when Quest came up, when Quest came up on stage to get his award, you can see Chris in the background. He was so dumbfounded. He couldn't believe what happened. Like
even when he was presenting
you can tell he was hurt. Like, damn, I can't believe like you just disrespected me like that. And that's what's disgusting.
I don't even think he thought that. Like he was still like, what the fuck just happened? Because even when he was telling, he was like a document. No, not. We're gonna watch the radio. I mean, listen to the radio, and then and then he goes, just give the nominees.
It pissed him off. Part of his pride was took.
What do you think he was? More mad or embarrassed?
It was both.
Or shocked.
There was both. It was all of the above. Mixed emotions. You gotta think about it. I've been in situations like that where someone says something to me and I felt some type of way, but given the time and place.
He was gonna give him the smoke. Did you see Chris Rock though?
Yeah,
Chris Rock, he was like, "Oh, I could." Never mind. I need these checks for Shrek 7.
Oh, but you know what though? I'll tell you one thing though. Had it been 50 Cent up there or somebody.
No, they were saying if it was The Rock instead of Chris Rock.
Oh, that's true.
Even Kevin Hart. If that was Kevin Hart, he ain't slapping Kevin.
He would have not walked up there. And like I said, regardless if they had history, bad blood, that was definitely not the time and place.
You still smack them probably, but in the back.
You don't. There's a time and place to address it. I mean, come on, man. This is comedy. We've been doing this. We've been doing it.
We've been doing this forever.
This is comedy. They've been doing it for how long?
I mean, that's literally what he's there for.
And Chris Rock is a GOAT. You respect someone like that.
That's why as soon as I saw that, I immediately thought of Celebrity Deathmatch. Mills Lane come out. Let's get it on. No, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. I immediately thought of that shit.
That's hilarious.
I missed that show.
Did do an edit. TikTok.
Yeah, but they did it at the WWE. The whole internet is oh my god.
TikTok.
Netflix needs to come out with like they show like shit that happens in the world and then all their memes and everything. I'd watch it. Because the internet is hilarious.
Oh man, they didn't let like as soon as that shit went viral, they
had songs from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They had everything.
Oh yeah.
They said paper beats rock. The funniest one, he said papers beats rock.
Oh, someone said, what did he say? What did they say that he left him Fresh Prince?
Oh, he left Fresh Prince.
Something like that. Man,
now Chris Rock is the Fresh Prince. There was a bunch of them.
Yeah.
The funniest one was he was like, what if Chris Rock would have said, if he's this mad in March, can you imagine in August?
Oh.
I was like,
not the August joke.
It's an entanglement.
Why did you step like that to August? Will.
Yeah, he has bigger problems.
Will Smitty.
Because Jada out here fucking in these streets.
No, you know what? Listen, there's two sides to every story.
Yeah, she took both sides to.
Will had his fun, his time. Because regardless, at the end of the day, they have an open relationship. They've discussed that many times, and whatever that looks like for them, or whatever that means for them, that's on them. But it just looks all bad now because she's putting all her business out there, and
yeah, they try to live this social media open life,
everybody's gonna when you put your business out there, people are gonna take from it. They're gonna chop it up.
But Will Smith,
I would have never thought when he walked up and smacked Chris Brown
with the most perfect form. That was Chris Brown got smacked. Rihanna got her revenge. Hey, 2 points, Riri.
When he walked up there and smacked Chris Rock. Yeah, that's his name.
Way to enunciate.
It kind of sounded like a karate slap. If you go back to the video,
it was the most beautiful thing to watch, form wise, because he had a plant foot. His shoulders were square.
Back and like smacked them. I was like,
it was flawless. It was flawless technique.
I really thought it was rehearsed. It looked rehearsed.
It did look rehearsed.
It wasn't until Will got back in his seat.
Yeah, when total Britney Spears. Yeah,
he started lashing out, and then Chris.
You can't get this name right. Mr. Rock.
Chris Rock
shit. Court.
It wasn't until he went back to his seat, and then Chris Rock was like, "Okay."
When he hit him with the dude.
He's like,
no. When he hit him with the dude, he was like, "Don't say my or keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." He goes, "Dude, it was a G.I. Jane joke."
He's like, "I'm not okay. I won't." Like he's like, "I'm not gonna do it no more." Like it was crazy. Chris Rock.
Will Smith had his bottom lip shaking, just keep my wife's name.
He felt like, okay, for sure, Will Smith at that point sounded like he felt disrespected. I don't understand why.
I'd have tackled him.
It was definitely not something he should have done. It was out of character for him. And I'm like, who is he right now? And
Will Smith he's lost it.
Yeah, that was I'll tell you one thing though. Well, what are you gonna say?
No, I was saying because Will Smith, his whole career was discipline, was focused mind.
I don't curse on the track.
But like he was doing a fitness journey thing. Yeah. Because he said he was going on vacation, whatever, and gained weight. But check this out, in the fitness journey, he was like does weigh-ins every week, and there was one week where he missed like the weigh-in or whatever. He was up a pound or whatever, but it was something little, like something we would get like upset about because we weren't in shape since we were 2, and he broke down. Like he wanted to quit. He was shutting production down. Like he was done with the whole thing. Like I can't get one. Like that's mentally weak. Like it wasn't even Will Smith. You know what I mean? Like the guy that was I Am Legend, I Robot, perfect body.
That's what I'm saying is so.
And now he doesn't have the mental fortitude because he missed a week, and now he's losing his shit, shutting it down. It was like, okay, that's sign number one. It's like he's mentally done.
Damaged. Like those are definitely red flags. There's a lot going on with him mentally, and he doesn't know how to handle it.
Which is weird. You don't get this far not handling it. Like, how do you lose all that?
The thing is that because we didn't hear from Will for a while. He was not.
Is that what it is? He's moving slowly out the spotlight and don't know what to do himself.
I don't know, but he was doing so well. Like he was saying speeches.
So
so we were hearing, he wasn't in the spotlight, and then all of a sudden he came back hard, full course, like he, doing the bungee jumping.
But that's what I'm saying. That's not back. That's his. Like he hasn't had a movie. Like he's not the guy right now. It's The Rock. Well, The Rock is the guy.
Regardless, but he was back in the scene. Like he was still being mentioned.
But he wasn't though. That's what I'm saying. Like he's not getting awards. No, someone like Will Smith needs awards apparently.
Okay, but what I'm saying is for a long time we didn't hear about Will Smith.
Right.
Like the Kardashians, they gotta put a picture out every so often so they can stay relevant, so people can stay talking. But what I'm trying to say is that for a long time he wasn't in the spotlight. Nobody was talking about Will Smith. We didn't, he was someone from Fresh Prince, and then
everything we heard about him was Jada and her
and then he
entanglements.
Started coming out, and he even did that song with
Johnny Lucas.
Yeah, he did some songs. He wasn't even in a reggaeton video.
He was?
Yeah, he came out with Bad Bunny. He was in a remix.
I did see that. Yeah. That one was lit too.
But that's what I'm saying. I was like,
see, but doesn't like stuff like that just look like he's trying? No, like he's at a party he wasn't invited to if he wasn't Will Smith.
I mean, there's different. Everybody got their opinion on it. I just felt like it was dope. Like that's my childhood. that's my childhood star where I grew up with Will Smith. I grew up with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So to see him back on the scene, I was like, damn, that's what's up. It's dope. Like, I was enjoying seeing him doing
See, I didn't get that. I got it like he was trying to...
No, I think because you gotta think about it. A lot of times, you have your moment, right? You're in the spotlight, you're doing your thing, and then you get older, things die down, and then you just, that was...
That's for regular people. We're talking about Will Smith.
I'm saying the right.
He's a legend.
He came and then... Literally
a legend.
No, but then he came
I am
back.
not. I see what you did there. I see what you did. That went over my head. We're gonna put that in the pocket with the light joke.
I'm not the only one.
But cut away to her.
Over his head
fucking
sometimes
my
with
joke.
people.
It's the first one.
Nah, but it was dope to see him back out there, like being mentioned, like, damn, look at Will Smith. But then things started getting weird.
Very.
Like, not even that, like his whole appearance. Like, he started like
gaining weight.
Well, not
when somebody weight. Like that's huge.
My thing, I didn't even think he gained a lot of weight.
No, for Will Smith, who was cut up forever.
No, I'm saying, but like when he came back out on the scene, and then all of a sudden, it looked like he had Botox done. Like, a lot of his pictures weren't looking like him. It could be a conspiracy thing. I don't know.
No, you're right. He even looked in child sometimes.
Yeah, something was
like
off.
that Martin look, because Martin looks just like he has water retention.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
No, but everything just after a while, like I said, Will Smith came back on the scene. It was dope to see him doing his thing again, being out there. People were mentioning him. He was, he had his social media was blowing up.
That shit was interesting. You follow him on that?
I did. Yeah. I mean, I still do. I mean, it was dope.
The camera definitely loves that guy.
It was dope to see, because you could have, like these people coming back and be like, oh my God, what are they doing? Like, go back home and be a parent, and he was doing this. He was out here and people were enjoying it. And then things got weird, and he was, like you said, the whole mental thing definitely was something that was a red flag, because we were seeing it little by little was seeping through.
Yeah, he was going off his rocker for sure.
Yeah, and like I said, then his appearance was like he was doing Botox or something like that. Now I'm saying that he did do it. I know, don't come for me. I'm not saying he did or he didn't.
Are you anti-Botox?
No, I'm not. It just looked like he was, and it's just not Will Smith. It's so out of character. It's like,
how old is he now? He's got to be like 50.
I don't know.
I think he's 50 right now.
Hey, Bixie.
He's 50. No, I ain't doing that shit again. That bitch is a traitor.
It's not even Bixie that came out of this, that it shut down the shine on Kanye West and his whole drama.
Kanye's got to be pissed right now. Like, this motherfucker.
Wait a minute.
This motherfucker stole my shine.
How dare he rain on my parade? Because, Kanye was going hard in the media.
Man, can you imagine if he smacked Kanye?
Oh,
that would be dope.
Wouldn't have done that to Kanye. 53 years. Will Smith is 53 years old,
correction.
guys.
He was 53 years ago, though. Remember, that's what I said.
53 years ago.
Holy shit. Yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Okay, we're going to go back to Kanye West. But yeah, Kanye West was hard in the media. He was going nuts talking about mental health. No,
Kanye can't steal this moment either. Keep talking about Will Smith.
Okay.
Or do we like him now? Do we like Kanye? Did you see the documentary?
I haven't seen it yet, okay. But I'm ready. I'm finally letting go of the fact that he's a nutcase. I don't want to say that. I'm going to take it back.
He's a genius.
Let's not say. He is a genius.
People just don't understand genius.
No, let me tell you something. He is. I've always respected Kanye West and his creativity. He is a genius. He knows he's a great businessman, and he knows how to put stuff together and make money off of it. I've never doubted it, and I always loved his music. I was always a fan. And he's from Chicago. Like, that's us all day. But then things got a little crazy.
They all go crazy. All of them.
Illuminati
and Will Smith is known for not, he's not a drinker. He don't do drugs. He don't do none of that.
I know.
Maybe that's why.
Why, you think he started drinking and stuff?
No, maybe he needs to. Maybe all that pressure, he needs a little mellow the fuck out.
No,
you think if Will Smith smoked weed, he'd smack Chris Rock? Nope.
He would have been chilled that day?
He would have been super chill that day.
Like, yo, that was funny.
He would have been like, bruh, she's standing right here, my guy. That's how that would have went. Right.
Oh, you're dumb.
I'm telling you.
It's true. No, I just didn't like the way Jada handled that. Like, that's your man up there.
Handled
that's
it
your
evil,
bag up there.
like,
and you're gonna let him walk on stage and tarnish his name that way?
What would you do?
He will forever.
If
my man would have not went up there.
even if Buddy's
He
talking
would've
shit in front of
not-
everybody.
He would have not went up there. He was doing what he had to do. He was doing his job as
Like
a comedian.
after this, I sat back
hosting.
and I was like, okay, let's see how people react, and it's
Like,
literally
it was-
50-50. Like I thought they were just gonna crucify him.
There's a time and place for it. Yes, I'm all for you defend your woman, right? But there's a time and place. You're not gonna sit there and go to a show and go fight on stage. It's ridiculous. You're a grown man. You can handle that.
What if it's not Chris Rock? What if it's a regular
If it was a regular person,
comedian?
it doesn't
talking
matter.
about your wife.
What's another thing is that Will Smith is known for being a funny guy.
Right.
He's done.
There's so many videos of
there's-
him making fun of people.
But I'm just saying, like his sitcom was funny. That's what people fell
And
in love
jokes.
with. It was jokes.
Him and Phil
So
was-
for him to catch,
It's so out of character.
it was so out of character,
So out of
and
character.
I don't understand it. We never will. Maybe he'll come out, write a book. I don't know.
Oh, he's definitely thinking about the book.
He did, and then he gave an apology to Chris, on social media.
He should have did that apology when he got his award.
He should have. No, he did a kind of apologize
To the Academy only. He only apologized to his people and the Academy.
Regardless, he should have went up to him. Exactly. This apology needs to be done in person. Like he really.
They need to sit down on camera.
Yeah.
But even that's
But I give it to Chris. He handled it very well.
like he wanted them
Like,
checks to keep coming in.
Yeah, and just himself, like he did a show. He did it in Boston, I think it was.
Oh,
He did a
yeah,
stand-
yeah, yeah.
And he was like, if you
He was
guys
like, I
came
wrote
here
jokes
before this.
before this, so I don't know what you guys want me to talk about.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not. He's gonna address it, but right there again, he knew it wasn't the time nor the place to speak about it.
Man,
And that's the thing, like I said.
I wish Will Smith smacked me, boy. That man's 500 million. I'd still be laying down right there.
You know what though? You know who came hard for him? Andrew Schultz.
Oh my God, the flagrant.
Oh my God,
He
gave it
went
to him.
hard on Jada.
And it was deserved. It was.
Oh
well,
man,
it was. Well
He was.
thought out.
Did you see the whole interview?
I saw the
Oh my
thing.
God, they went in. I love Andrew Schultz.
That's
Him and Joe Rogan.
He's
Top
great.
greatest of all time.
Yeah,
And
that was good
that
stuff.
Flagrant 2 is the greatest podcast ever. Y'all
That
should go
was-
check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
It is dope.
And he went in. He went hard, and I'm like, you see?
He said he thought he was gonna be safe from these jokes. He's like, she can get it.
Yes, and I was
Yeah,
like,
they went stupid on Jada, boy.
I mean, it was.
He was like, oh, he's mad about that, but she's out here sucking dick. I was like, oh, that motherfucker's hilarious.
He holds nothing back.
I love
my
Andrew
God, Can you
Schultz.
imagine if he was the one? No.
Oh man.
Nah. Yeah, but it was ridiculous. That's all I can say about that. It's too much.
And it was literally 50-50. Like some people were like, oh yeah, or it's good to see a man stand up for their wife. And then the other was like, it was not even a good joke. Like it was
Right,
light.
it wasn't right. It was
Even Joe Rogan on his, he was like, that's
soft
dude's fucking
porn.
crazy, bro. It's like, dude's fucking crazy. I wish somebody went up on Joe Rogan and fucking kicked their head into
Oh
the.
my goodness. Yeah, that was dumb for him to do. He tarnished
corny.
his name, and the fact that she allowed that to happen.
No, she
She
loved
should
it.
have she wanted it. She
She
looked at
loved
him
it.
like, get him. That was ridiculous to me.
Now they're saying she's a witch. You seen that?
I'm
on the
listen,
internet?
there's so much
They're
stuff
saying
going around.
Will Smith is under the control.
There's so much stuff going around. I don't know what's the deal between them. All I know is that something isn't right.
Poor Chris got caught in the crossfire.
I know.
It wasn't even about the joke. Something's going on with Will Smith back at home.
Yeah, and I mean,
And Chris Rock was just.
we never know what's going on behind closed doors, but we know what's going on that
With them, you do.
table talk.
Yeah,
on the red
Jay was
table
out
talk.
here talking about entanglements and
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
sucking dick.
Yeah, that was the internet had a field day with that one.
And they're still going. This is gonna last
Oh, for a while.
forever.
People are already sick of it. They're like, can we move on to the next? But no, I think we had a lot of Kanye West for almost 2
It's
months.
fresh. You know what news went under the radar though? You heard about Bruce Willis?
Oh, what does he
Bro,
have?
asphagia. Oh fuck! How do you say that word again? Asphagia.
What is that?
It's when you can't communicate no more. Like it's either from like a brain tumor that's growing or a head injury, and you can't communicate.
That's so sad to
So
me.
he had to retire. So he's either.
That's so sad to me. I love Bruce
If
Willis.
Aphasia. That's what it is. Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know.
sad, man.
But it's scary, man. But that was just like, World Star threw it in there real slick, and then they went right back to Chris Rock getting slapped.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
They can't speak. They can't communicate no more.
So at some point, he's not going to be able to speak.
At some point, he's not gonna be able to speak. He's not gonna have motor skills. He's gonna.
Wow.
So be prepared for Bruce Willis to be
That's so sad.
the next one gone from our childhood.
It breaks my heart because, you know, they said that he looked like Papi.
Oh man, yeah.
You know, so when you think of that, obviously, I think of Papi.
Now I gotta put all my remembrance of Papi and Joe Rogan. 'Cause he looks just like Papi, boy.
God, every time I watch Joe, I think of Papi.
Yeah, it is wild.
And the thing is something with, I think it's the lines in his face or something, and then his bald head.
It is. It's the head. It's the forehead.
Everything.
Like the forehead nose combo.
It's Papi. It looks just like him. We gotta try to get us some video of Papi and put them side to side so everybody can see. They're like, "What are you talking about?"
Have it where it meshes together. For all those who don't know, my dad died. Well, he was that 4 years, 5 years
my
ago?
dad died.
My dad is dead.
That was kind of blunt.
My dad kicked the bucket.
He passed away. Shout out
Kicked
to you,
the
bucket.
bucket.
We love you.
Shouts out.
Yeah.
Make this go viral. Tell God.
You're stupid as
What?
for that.
I want all the help.
Because he's dying back there.
I want all the help.
Man.
What? I never asked for nothing when he was here.
Help me
Now
out.
he has the direct line. Help a brother out. Sorry.
Bring it down a notch.
I get excited when I talk about him. Yeah, so now what do you think? What's next for Will Smith? You know, he resigned from the Academy?
Him himself?
Yeah,
Or
he,
they
like
kicked him out?
literally, I just read that an hour ago. No, he resigned. Well, I
mean,
know.
good, because nobody wants to see him there anyway.
I think the fucking Academy should be fined or something. You can't let someone go on stage, assault
That's
somebody,
That's true.
go back to your seat,
That's
joke
true.
with everybody, go get your award,
where were-
and go to the after party.
Right. It was like, where were the teachers? Like, where were the people?
Can you imagine if he went up there and slapped a girl? Or if a girl went up there and slapped a girl?
Yeah. That's
Or if that guy was
but
white.
That's why people are saying now that would never happen again. Like they're gonna definitely have security, but that just, you know, they should have shut the cameras off. They
They
keep
did.
it rolling.
That wasn't from here. That the footage we all got to see, I think that was from
people in the
that was from
inside?
overseas. That was from like Britain or something.
Oh, they let it rip. They were like,
yeah,
we gonna-
and the
we're gonna-
Academy
we're
here,
gonna-
yeah, here in the United States,
They're like,
they
oh,
shut
no.
everything down. They closed it all down before
Okay.
keep my wife's name out your fucking. The Britons were like, keep rolling, keep it going.
Good stuff. Keep
Yeah.
it rolling. Yeah,
Like-
that was ridiculous.
That was wild.
I jumped up from my seat so fast when I seen this. I'm like, is this real? No way.
I saw it in the morning. You saw it the same thing?
I saw it at night, probably like right after the show aired.
See, I saw it in the morning.
Because I was up to like
I was too busy fucking with our podcast.
maybe 2 a.m, and I jumped online.
What time's Oscar?
All
7?
over. Yeah, it starts around that time, but it doesn't finish till like 10, 11
10 o'clock,
at
yeah.
night.
Not longer.
And I remember, like I said, I jumped on and it was the internet was going crazy. And it looked rehearsed. It looked like it was a skit. I thought it was funny because, you know, Chris Rock was kind of laughing because I think Chris Rock thought like he was probably joking.
Even when he said, uh-oh. Oh.
And even after
Will
the
Smith
smack,
smacked the shit out of
but
me,
even
y'all.
after the smack, right? He probably thought, okay, this was like a joke, even though you disrespected a man. You put your hands on
That was
somebody else.
assault.
That was definitely
That was
assault.
assault
But even,
with a
I don't think
deadly
that,
posture.
I think that even then Chris Rock didn't fully grasp what just happened.
No, he was
It
like, wait, was
wasn't
this supposed to
until-
happen?
Right.
How late was I to dress rehearsal?
It wasn't until Will Smith sat back at his seat and started ranting out the mouth.
And he's like,
crazy.
wow, dude.
Right? He's like, that right
G.I.
there.
Jane joke.
That right there made it official. That sold it. Like, okay, this is something that's
No, it
really
was-
going down. This is personal. Because it definitely felt
Even that could have been played out, but when he was fumbling his words and then he was like, just go to the nominees.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, poor guy.
And then they have that one clip. It breaks my heart every time I watch it. When Quest came up on stage and, you know,
And he's in the
you could
background,
just-
like,
you could
he
see
didn't
him.
blink.
He was still dumbfounded.
he was shocked.
He couldn't believe what just happened. His pride definitely was hurt. He probably
face
felt,
definitely was hurt.
He probably, you know what it is that he was joking and it was all for fun and giggles, and he probably like felt bad, like damn, they probably felt like I did, or Jada probably felt disrespected, but it wasn't. It didn't go. But
He
then
issued an apology too.
yeah, and That's the thing.
Chris Rock did.
I know, and that's the thing. He was the innocent bystander.
He took the high road in this whole thing,
and that's why I tip my hat off to him.
Didn't press charges because I heard LAPD came up and was like, "We want to press charges." He was like, "I ain't gonna do that.
Nah,
We're gonna drag Will Smith through the court system."
He played his role. He played the chips well. He did what he had to do. He's up. Everybody's on his side. Ain't nobody looking at him like, damn, you soft. You let him do that to you. Everybody's on his side because they know that was.
Well, I wouldn't say everybody because there's a lot of. You seen Samuel L. Jackson? There's a shot of Will Smith going back to his seat and Samuel L. Jackson's like he been wanting to slap him. It was so gross. I was watching, I didn't even realize it when I was watching the videos until Jim Carrey had said it because he was doing he's doing a press junction. He's doing a press junction for Sonic.
Yeah.
And they were asking him what he thought, and when he pointed out that they were applauding.
Right.
I went back and looked at it, and it is fucking disturbing. Yeah. These people are sitting there like, well, granted, they probably thought it was a skit in the beginning.
That's another thing too, because
so it's like, I laughed.
Right.
But I laughed through the whole thing, even when I found out it was real. But when he said it, pointed it out, I looked back and I was like, that is fucking gross.
You can see Jada laughing like it was a joke. You can, and then Will Smith just sits back
just
down
goes back
like
to his seat.
Nothing. That's what's
stays
disturbing.
Front row.
That's what's disturbing to me.
Gets his reward like nothing happened.
Like nothing happened. Like
then he had that sad ass speech. Did you hear his speech after?
Yeah, and then he was in tears. It was pathetic. He
blamed King Richard. He was like, I channeled my King Richard because he was a fierce protector of his family.
No.
And then he was naming like a bunch of people he felt he needed to protect. Like, who the fuck gave him that job?
Yeah, he definitely was wrong. He knew he was wrong. He was trying to compensate for what he did, and he just made himself look like an even bigger fool. And it's sad. It's sad to see someone that great go down a road.
People ate that shit
disaster.
up though.
Like that's out of character. You tarnished your name.
They were in the stands like, yeah, well. No. You're the best.
Well, half of them were probably felt uncomfortable.
Oh, they loved it. Everyone loved it. I mean, Chris Rock's been roasting everybody in that fucking.
Who was that girl that was sitting next to him? I forget her name.
Oh, that's the girl from Black Panther.
Yeah, what is her name? I forgot her name. Peter was sitting right next to him, and you can see her face. Like, she was like, wait a minute, this is not a joke. I think this is really going down.
Yeah, she was
very concerned about what was happening in the moment. And
I know Demi Moore woke up like, why the fuck people getting slapped about getting called what's wrong with me?
Oh man, that was all bad. I'm done with Will. I'm done with this whole thing.
I'm not. If he makes another movie, I'm watching it.
Oh, for sure. That's
like the whole R. Kelly thing. I don't support it. I don't. You gotta be quicker than that. You gotta be quicker than that.
I was just gonna say that. I said, listen, I get what he did was messed up, but I'm not gonna either deny it.
I don't see nothing wrong.
I'm not gonna admit nor deny that I have a couple songs in my playlist.
A couple? A couple?
I might have the whole in the closet.
They're all good songs. I just won't play them while I'm using the bathroom. Well, it's a compromise. Fuck y'all.
Oh my goodness. Anyways. Nah, but that was crazy.
Put a tarp down.
You know what I hate though? I hate like live shows because I can't change the channel. Like you can't. Oh, I can.
What live show?
No, I'm just saying like when you're watching the Oscars or the awards, it's like so embarrassing to me. Like when they go and give their speeches and someone's talking too long and you're like, why are you still talking? And then the music goes on.
Your DVR could still pause that.
Huh?
Your DVR still pauses live.
I know, but I'm just saying like
I can't fast forward. That's what's up.
I just hate that it's so awkward. You just want to change the channel. Like what if you're sitting down and the remote's over there and you gotta like go through
What are you talking about? I'm so lost on what you're talking about.
I was talking about it being awkward. Like right now. Look at them. Trying to change time. You're gonna have make people fast forward this, and it's an embarrassment. When I first seen it, I couldn't believe it. I didn't even want to watch it. I lowered the volume. That's how embarrassed I was.
I think on mute, that's even more embarrassing.
No, because then I could still hear it because I was reading his lips. Like he made sure to pronounce everything clearly so you could read his lips.
Jerked his neck. Like fuck really got tossed out of his mouth.
it was bad all around. Oh, so talking about the what is it?
The DMT.
DMT.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Do you think Will Smith needs that? Because listen,
well, I don't
Mike Tyson in the early 86, 87, 88 to 90, whatever his prime. I mean, he was a savage, just a straight monster. And I mean, everyone knows the famous,
my style is impetuous, my defense is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious. I want your heart, I want to eat his children.
you know, and his rants. And he'd say it himself. He was a crazy motherfucker.
And then he went.
And then he went and he did the whole DMT, the toad, ayahuasca. I mean, there's so many names for it. And he said that you have an eagle death, that
he was reborn.
It humbles you. Yeah, you have this overwhelming love. He was handling his depression better. And now that's what, he's done it multiple times and it's calmed him down. I'm thinking, not just for Will Smith, like these Hollywood people be going fucking batshit crazy.
Get them in there, but
just a drip, just a microdose it, get it in the IV or something.
It's so weird to me because us as humans, we
get all of them high. That's not what I'm saying.
We produce that the same. It's in our gland, in the third eye gland.
Oh yeah.
So we produce it, and it's illegal. I don't understand why they make it illegal. Isn't that crazy? Do you stop to think?
I think because it helps.
Right. Why? That's the thing.
It helps. If you take that, you don't need to pay $1,000 for therapy and
once
for.
Upon a time, it was legal.
It was legal, and it got taken away.
Selling it.
That MDM.
Would you ever want to try it?
Yes, I want to try it.
You know what? When I first heard about it, I freaked out. I was like, heck no, I'm not going to be doing no drugs because I had
But I would have to do it in a controlled environment.
Right. Well, they actually have.
I would definitely not do it in my basement. No. I need to be like with a doctor just for my psyche.
Okay, yeah, because I was online and I was seeing there's a couple people that have recorded themselves while they're doing this. So when I first heard of it, I was like, there's no way I'm going to take, because first of all, I don't do any drugs. Okay. I had an episode once.
What? On what?
So I was smoking weed and I was laced.
Why did you whisper it? Oh, you got laced?
I got laced.
You got smokied?
Yeah, and I didn't know. It was against my will. And
who are you chilling with? Bill Cosby?
We're not gonna give out names. Let's just say.
Sorry, Bill.
I had an episode where I'm sorry, I just had to treat myself. It's stupid, girl.
No, yeah. Did you hear me, mother?
I didn't know that it was laced, and I freaked out. My heart started pounding. I think it triggered my anxiety. That's when I learned that I had issues.
Did that create like a PTSD for you? Not every time you took it?
So
like any little tweak, you're like,
I'm not gonna lie, back in the day I did used to smoke.
Last week?
No, not anymore.
It's back in the day.
We all have our stories, but
I smoke weed.
I used to smoke a lot back then. As a teenager growing up, I used to smoke all the time and I was fine. It wasn't until that day when I had when someone gave me a lace blunt, my heart was racing.
How do you know it was laced?
Because they told me afterwards.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Information.
And but I went through a thing. I had an episode, full-blown episode. I thought I was going to die in the bathroom.
Like what happened though? Like you take the blunt.
Okay, so I smoked. It was actually a joint.
Was it in rotation? Like was everybody just getting laced?
In rotation.
Oh, so
it was only 3 people.
Okay.
It was me and 2 other people.
A lot of turns.
I got a lot of turns. And remember, at that time, I was a smoker. So I was smoking it without hesitation. And then quickly, I started feeling weird. My heart started racing. I couldn't breathe. I became real pale.
Did you ever find out what it was?
It was, when you say lace blunt, people know it's cocaine.
Is that what that means? I didn't know what that means.
Yeah, it's cocaine. So they take cocaine and they put it into the blunt and they smoke it. No. Not everyone does that, obviously, but that's what people do. That's what druggies do, I guess. Again, like I said, I never knew any of this. I never knew what a lace blunt was until they told me that.
See, that shit's scary.
Yeah, and I think,
I'd become a nun for no reason. I was
a little heartbroken when that happened because I'm like, damn, how can you do that? How can you do that to someone? Like just give them something without them knowing. But anyways, like it was a bad experience. Yeah, it was a bad experience for me. I was never the same after that. Every time I'd smoke, I'd panic. My heart would start racing. I'd feel like I was about to pass out. So because of that experience, when you mentioned, would you ever do DMT. I'm like, heck no.
Ayahuasca.
There's no way.
Yeah, but see, you were caught off guard. If someone told you you're gonna take this and hallucinate, you could at least get mentally right.
Like mentally prepare yourself.
Yeah, because if you're sitting there and the fucking walls start melting and you have no idea, you're at a party.
That's
and
the thing. Like, how do I know that it's just something that's happening and it's not my body like saying, okay, we're gonna die? Like, how do I depict?
That's how they all. That's how they all explain it. Like even Mike Tyson, he was like, dude, don't.
Well, different people see different things, but it's still some form of hallucination.
No, that's what's tweet. No, listen, because I've heard stories where they all see the elves or the machine elves.
But and there's some people say they turn
like a lot of people.
Okay, but a lot of I was on YouTube and I was watching this for like a couple hours, and there was a couple people saying too that they did mention the whole
machine elves,
like the elves and stuff like that, but they also mentioned like turning into cartoons or the walls melting,
getting shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, like just full blown cartoon, another dimension.
See, I want it strictly because my anxiety always stems from one day I'm not going to be here. Like death is inevitable, right? And everyone that talks about taking DMT, ayahuasca, the first thing they say is, I don't fear death anymore.
Oh, so that's big.
And that's what I chased.
And that's a good thing because that was the biggest fear for me. And that's what triggered my anxiety for years. And I never knew what anxiety was when I was 7 years old, but that was what was going on with me. I would sit in the car and just think about dying. Like, oh my God, one day we're not going to be here. And I would start breathing heavy. My heart
it's scary.
Would start racing.
The first time ever you have a panic attack, it is the worst. Like, remember, I was in her house and Tony was talking. And he's just saying, a story about whatever. And I start sweating. Everything gets numb. Yes. I run out the thing. And
I'll never forget the first
when I went into the hospital, I was like, they're like, what's your name? I was like, fuck my name. Give me the heart thing. I thought it was imminent death.
Yeah. So that happened to me. And remember I called you.
Oh, yeah. I had to calm her down.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Gotta bill you for that.
How it happened? I was washing dishes, minding my own business at home.
So random. It's so random. I think
it was a tsunami that happened. A tsunami that happened. It was on the news. It was something that happened with weather. It had to do with weather. And I seen it and it triggered my thoughts to, oh my God, one day we're not gonna be here.
Yep.
And I didn't even put two and two together. Like I didn't even think that thought was the reason I was having a full-blown panic attack.
That's always my trigger.
I was like, oh my God, my heart started racing. The kids were small, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna die here on my kitchen floor. And my kids are gonna find me here and no one's gonna know. Like I was just full-blown panic attack.
But at least you thought of others. See, I go straight selfish, like it's only me that's gonna die. Everyone's gonna go on and live to be at 300 years old.
Wow, you really ain't shit.
I'm not. I really get like
no.
And it always happens like before bed. Always before bed. And then you have that. I have that. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna die one day.
That used to happen to me a lot when I was younger. Like I'll be in the car in the back seat, and then I'll just be like, "Damn, we're not gonna be here one day," and I just have to snap myself out of it.
It's a fucked up thought.
Yeah, it's crazy. But after my back surgery and everything that I went through, and I was just like ready to go. God take me. That we can save that story for another.
No, that's a good story for now. How it got you through.
Well, no, I mean, okay, well, we'll cut it up.
The fear of death.
Long story short, no, I was bedridden for 4 months. I mean, I was in pain for almost all of 2021. I was suffering with a slip disc, and the last 4 months of that experience, I was bedridden. I couldn't get up. I couldn't walk down to my bathroom. I couldn't shower. I couldn't do anything for myself. I was every day laying in bed, day in and day out, and it became so depressing to a point where I didn't even want to be alive. I was like ready to go. I said, you know what? If this is life, God take me. And that is a low part in someone's life where you're ready. Because I've always said, I don't understand people that take their lives. Like I couldn't put myself in their shoes. I could never stand back and be like.
And that's true. You don't know nothing until it happens to you.
Yeah.
Until it's happening to you, then you understand.
Yeah. Because I was like, heck no, I don't want to die. I fear death. If anything, that'll be crazy to be able to throw myself off of a bridge or take pills to end my life. But when I was going through that, I was like, this is not a way to live. I hit because I was in pain.
You had suicidal thoughts?
I hate to say suicidal thoughts. I was just ready to go. Not that, oh my God, I want to kill myself.
But if a bullet came through the window, I'd be okay.
I would be. So if that's what got me through surgery, because I fear, my biggest worry was surgery.
Not waking up.
not waking up. Like I was like, oh my God, I don't want it. Which is why what caused me to have my back so severe, because I should have had surgery a long time ago, but I refused.
Yeah, when I told you 6 months ago, you just go get the damn
I was
cut.
like, no way, I don't want to die I don't want to die during surgery. Like that was my brain thought. That was my thought process. Yeah. I really thought
click like and subscribe.
I really thought that was it for me, and I was like, heck no, I'm not doing the surgery. But then,
did they ever give you, like, when you found out you had anxiety, did they ever try to give you pills?
Yeah,
because I was on the pills. I was on the pills for like 2 weeks, I think it was, and it totally shuts my brain off. Like, you know me, I'm the type. Someone says something stupid, I'm gonna say something funny, and I was just like, people were like, "Are you okay? You good?" And I was just shut off completely.
And that's not. I rather
And I was getting more anxiety from it, because then it was like, now I can't even express that I'm having anxiety, because before, if I had anxiety, I could freak out, it'll go away.
So they just shut you up, so we don't got to deal with your anxiety.
Right? It's almost like they had the remote control and they put me on mute and said, "We don't want to hear your shit no more."
No,
like I felt like a burden, like, you bitches.
I never took the pills again because why I had that episode.
So what was your outlet for, like, mine? I started writing.
So for me, I actually saw a therapist. They provided me one. And at first I was like, oh, there's no way, but it kind of helped.
Therapy hurts.
Because my thing, a lot of stuff for me was, if I would get sick, like if I had a headache, I had a brain tumor. There was no in between.
That's that WebMD.
If I had a stomach ache, I had
ulcers, automatically stomach cancer.
Everything was cancer. Whatever. If I stubbed my toe and it hurt for too long, I have cancer all of a sudden in my toe. Makes no sense. It sounds stupid. You know, not to trigger anybody, but that was how I thought. Like, I really thought if I got sick, I was automatically dying. So my doctor noticed.
Yeah, never try to self-diagnose with the internet, because you are going to die. It's terminal. No matter what you have, it's terminal.
Yes,
it is terminal.
Don't do it. But you know what? We're gonna do it anyways.
All the time. All the time. I look for fucking.
I'm sick. Hey Google.
I go to YouTube. I see people telling their sides of the story, how they made it. How'd you make it through this?
But my doctor, thank God for her. She was a blessing. She put me in the right direction. She got me to speak to somebody. Like, she's like, just talk about it, because you don't. When you have a professional person looking in, and it's not somebody else's opinion, because you think that they're judging you.
You just need that professional.
You need that You need that.
That's like when a kid tries to verify something to a parent.
Yeah, you need that concrete information, like that concrete.
It makes it legit. You need a legitimate source.
Yeah, and
you can't have your parents be like, it's fine. It's
right,
okay.
Or somebody that
you don't have a white coat. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, you gotta hear this. So it did help, but I only went for for a while, and then I learned how to control it myself, because regardless that it was helping, I was still having.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was still having.
I couldn't drive in the car without, even if it was like below zero, I had to stick my head out the window because I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, it was bad. Those panic attacks are
the
brutal.
worst. I wish that on
but
nobody.
But I'll tell you one thing though, changing my diet really helped. Believe it or not, and that's
and I like in what aspect though, like
I'm just saying, I stopped eating meat. I stopped.
So you just felt better. So your mentally was like, oh, we're not fucked up. We're gonna live forever.
I was able to control first of all, my anxiety attacks started happening less and less. I would only get them if I was really stressed with my everyday life. Like if I was really going through something.
But I'm saying, like, because when you think anxiety, you think my mental is thinking these crazy thoughts that are gonna happen no matter what.
It just stopped.
So eating healthy changed your thought process on.
I just stopped having.
Feeling about yourself.
I stopped overthinking a lot. I just stopped. Maybe it's something that triggers in the brain that I don't know what it is. I'm not a scientist, so if anybody knows, leave it in the comments.
See, my theory on that would be mentally you were feeding your body well, so you thought, okay, so I'm healthy, so I'm gonna live forever.
No. Because I wasn't thinking about it. Even when anxiety, a lot of times, when anxiety happened, it came on. I was having a good time. There was a lot of times where I'm just sitting down watching a movie, enjoying time with the kids, and all of a sudden I can't breathe, and I'm having panic attacks. And it's like, why? But there's nothing that brought it on, right? I'm not thinking about death. I'm not thinking negatively.
It's random.
Because, when you stress a lot like that, those are things in your brain.
Are you a lasher? Do you lash out when you're hitting that?
When
when I'm feeling like that, and like my wife asks, are you okay? But like, leave me alone. Like,
No.
Stop asking me that. Like,
I stay focused. I have to stay calm because I know. See, that's the good thing about me, though. I've always been able to try to remain calm. I mean, the first time when I smoked that lace blunt, I had to take care of myself because I was left alone. So I put myself in the shower. I told myself it was going to be okay. I rocked myself back and forth. So I think just having that experience and doing that, I just know, okay, Christina, breathe. It's going to be okay. Talking to myself. So that helped. It always has. But I will say this:
talking to yourself is very underrated.
It
is very underrated.
Yeah, people are like, you always talking to yourself. Listen, me and myself.
We know what we want to tell each other. We know what we need.
We know what we want to hear.
Exactly.
No, but I will say this: like, I used to be like, Frenchie, delete everything. I'm about to die.
Get the clear history button ready.
Delete everything, girl.
Put all the disc in the microwave.
But yeah, so I just, but yes, going back to the whole surgery thing, and now I no longer fear death. That's a good. So, I if you have to take the DMT,
the ayahuasca, the toad, DMT.
I would definitely.
I would definitely want to do that just to get over
back, like I said, when you first mentioned it to me, I was like, heck no, I ain't gonna take none of that. I tweet out from.
But you see how you have that comfortable feeling when you see the doctor tell you you're gonna be okay? Can you imagine doing DMT in a controlled environment
but now
where somebody with a clipboard is like, okay, you're gonna be fine.
Right.
X, Y, and Z is gonna happen.
Exactly.
So prepare.
So
now you're going in there
saying.
mentally prepared. So I think it'll be fine.
So after listening to Mike Tyson's whole thing about it and hearing other people's testimonies about it, I'm like, damn, this is something. And then Joe Rogan did say, like, we produce it ourselves. Like, this is it's not a drug. This is what, like, our body produces this. Like, it's natural. Why?
How do you think we get dreams?
Right. So it's like, it's something that, yeah, you're gonna freak out, but you're not gonna die because there's no facts, there's no how do you say it? Like, no one's ever died from it. There's no.
Well, no, that's not true. There's a guy but he didn't do it in a controlled substance and jumped out the window.
Okay, but nobody died from it
no one's OD'd. No one's OD'd on the toad. Yeah, no one's OD'd on the toad.
Yeah, that was just like someone should have been watching him.
Yeah, for sure.
Do it by yourself near a window.
Controlled substance. If you live on the third floor, probably not.
Yeah, like, make sure somebody. I would definitely want somebody around me. I wouldn't want to do it alone.
Right. And they do it like in the woods. Like when
I've heard of that.
Yeah, he says there's like a ceremony and you have like a whole bunch of people around you doing it. And I think an environment like that, we're okay, let's get on this ride, this roller coaster.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Now I'm reconsidering. Now after I seeing everybody, heard everybody's testimony on it, knowing exactly what it is, because I thought it was a drug. Like, I thought it was a full blown
That's how they say it.
Because it comes from a frog, so I thought it was
frog,
like a poisonous frog, right? Like, you're tampering with, okay, I might die, but I might hallucinate only.
Right.
So that's my thought of it. Like, I was like, heck no, I'm not gonna go fucking.
I was always scared of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Like, because I know how when I panic, and the first thing to go is my breath and heart.
You see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I didn't want that chest grab.
Same thing with me. Like, I was like, I don't want to panic. I don't want to feel like, oh my God, this might be it. And I was like, one of the YouTube channels I was watching, the guy's like, there's 3 steps. You got to hit it 3 times.
Yeah, they do it 3 times. Yeah.
He's like, the first one, you're gonna feel. I forgot how he says, you're gonna feel like you're about to die.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna get high, you're gonna get a buzz, and then the second one, you're gonna full blown think you're dying and your body's shutting down. Just keep going.
Full flip the fuck out mode.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was like, oh man, why'd you make me do this? Don't take me out like this.
And then he was like, but then.
And he's like, and then he said he felt an emotional just love go all over him. Like, I want to feel that. I want to get blasted into outer space and then come back like, I'm not afraid to die.
Yeah, because after my experience with my whole back situation and, coming back from, getting the surgery and everything going good, I was like, man, I no longer fear death.
See, I want that.
I'll tell you one thing, it's a breath of fresh air.
It's like
really
a weightlifting.
I walk around, not to say that I'm like, oh, I'm invincible, like whatever, like
you just don't think about it, you live.
That's
the difference.
It's not something that's
you even make decisions in life.
Yeah.
Just more.
I mean,
open.
I've always been a go-getter and bungee jumper type of gal.
You still gonna?
I you know what? It's scary, but
I would skydive before bungee jumping.
I want to skydive too.
I would skydive before bungee
Skydiving
jumping.
you know what my thing is? Getting
Take
off the
DMT
thing.
and skydive.
I don't know though.
That's fucking a trip. That's a trip. That's not. I'm not saying by myself. I'm gonna tandem jump. There's gonna be some guy holding me. A tandem jump on DMT. Someone strong, so I can feel the embrace.
This guy is a big old elf hugging you.
And we're just flying. Can you imagine? I wouldn't mind that. And come back and just. I don't fear death no more because
You had a.
I had a guardian gorilla man.
A gorilla man.
Fuck y'all, that'll be epic. That's like
Man, that was
DMT in
interesting.
3D.
That was funny. That was funny shit. I don't know, but I'm not so
Scared of dying.
against it.
Dying?
More no.
Oh, bungee jumping.
No, taking the DMT.
Oh yeah, exactly. See,
I'm not so against it now.
I'm so
Is
for
it
it.
not DMT? Is DMT?
Yeah, DMT.
Why'd you laugh?
He
like
said
that?
everything but DMT.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like bungee jump, die and bungee jump, bungee jump and then die. Like, what? I was
One more
trying
time.
to process of elimination. All right, we got there. That's all that mattered.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yes, I really want to take that DMT.
With GoPros.
Definitely with GoPros. I want to see.
Nah, listen. He has a story to tell as well.
What story?
Being on drugs.
Oh,
Let's not forget about that. Yeah.
that was your
All
fault.
I'm saying is, listen, if you take DMT, Chrissy, you got to be there because I ain't there.
I said controlled environment. That was not a controlled environment. Listen.
Yes,
No, I didn't.
That's what I'm saying.
No, they were people until I started tripping, and then they were the enemy.
Exactly. That's why. That's when you.
They were like, "Yeah,
How you
let's
think-
do it." And then once I
how
was
you
high, they
think-
were like,
how you
someone
think
needs to deal with this
DMT
kid."
How you think DMT?
Controlled environment. That means people in lab coats with clipboards is how I picture it in my head. They're gonna.
Okay, you need professionals around you. Say that.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Professionals.
I know it don't even have to be professional. I don't care if it's a fucking guy in a white coat. I just want to see a white coat somewhere and a clipboard. It has to be a
fine.
clipboard,
We'll
and they
get
have to wear
clipboards and
glasses.
white-
I don't know why,
No,
but
'cause-
in my mind, I feel safe. Then I'm not fucking doing it. I'm staying in the plane.
Yeah, he was
plane?
not.
Yeah, because he's in the forest and like the Amazon.
He was not good. He was
the boat.
not. He did not handle the whole.
I mean, I was young.
No, we'll see.
Life hasn't
he
happened
thought-
yet, and
Okay,
you
for
guys
those-
are being mean.
For those of you that don't know the backstory,
We don't need the backstory, I
We're
don't
gonna
think.
do this. You're not gonna cut me off, and we're not gonna forget about this because I want the world to know.
Do you?
Okay, we won't get into details. I mean, some details
All right.
that are very important to the story because then it doesn't make the story.
Edit.
So, way back when, we'll say 1997.
I was
sounds
21. I was 10 years old in 97.
I know, but that's
You trying to get us canceled again?
That's what you said at the last part.
Yeah, everything happened in 97 that summer. This was right after she got her feelings hurt.
1997.
We got high the next day together.
1997 just sounds good. It's a good
Sounds
year.
accurate. It was a good
know.
year.
But he tried weed for the first time, and he was bravo. He didn't want just one blunt. He wanted 4, and then he wanted a gunshot.
You guys are you're lying. It was a shotgun. A rookie.
It
was nighttime.
Back in the day, Mr.
Yeah.
This guy here decided to smoke weed for the first time, and not
I didn't decide it. I was peer pressured.
not listen, but you were for it.
I
You were
was.
like, let's do this.
I was ready.
I remember.
I was ready. I didn't.
I was not ready, and I forbid it. I was like, no, we shouldn't do this.
That's not how I remember
Oh,
it.
well, that's exactly. I was like,
I think you were the one that suggested the shotgun.
No. I said, okay, let's
Bruh,
go.
you're
'Cause
lying.
He smoked the first blunt and he handled it well.
I didn't smoke a
Fine.
blunt. Though.
Okay, you hit it like
I
twice.
touched it and
No,
went.
you smoked it like twice, and then you were like, yes, bring it on. And then, then he was like, let's do the whole shotgun. And
I didn't even know what a shotgun was.
no, but you were for it.
You
And
guys
then
were like-
after the shotgun, he was like, yeah, let's keep smoking.
I was high for like
And then-
3 days.
And then it was at this moment he knew he fucked.
It was at that moment that I knew I fucked up.
Yes.
I told. I told.
Yeah.
Are we saying names here?
Yeah.
I told the person I was doing it with,
Right.
smack me.
Yeah. He was like, I can't feel my face. Smack me.
I was like, I can't feel shit. Well, at first, because we had the blue lights on the bottom,
It was the whole
and I saw rodents. They were running around everywhere. in my head. No, it was a fucking scary moment in my life. It's probably where my anxiety stems from. It was death.
Probably.
Listen, can I tell my experience?
Go ahead.
Can I tell my experience?
Give it away. Go ahead.
All right, and we were smoking, and out of nowhere, like, you don't know when you get high, like, you don't know when that switch goes off. So I see a rat. Everyone's saying there's no rat, so I'm trying to like get my shit together. Like, I can't be high. This isn't high. This is not what happens. Smack me. I want to see if I'm high because I don't feel shit. I was like wiggling cheeks.
And then he got smacked.
Yeah, but see, he Will Smith smacked my ass. Like he was waiting for me to ask him to slap me. Like, he was like,
no,
his eyes lit up and everything.
I was like, yo, are you okay? I was concerned. I was very concerned for you.
So I looked in the mirror. I'm bleeding from my fucking face. And I'm like, I'm bleeding. I don't feel it. I'm bleeding.
Nah, and then he went psycho.
No, it's downhill from here for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Then
That was not, it was not.
I feel the sudden urge to shit, right? So I go to the bathroom and I sit there for like 10 minutes.
He calls out to me.
No,
okay?
this is my experience. You shut your face. I'm sitting there. This is behind closed doors. You guys don't know what's happening behind these doors.
All right, give us from your point of view.
From my perspective, I'm looking at my knees. I remember my knees. All right. I don't know why, but my knees were like, I was in my knees like, these are fucking knees, right? And then I realized after like 10, 15 minutes, I'm not shitting. I'm just sitting there. So I don't.
That's when he calls out my point of view.
Yeah, because then I felt like I had to use the washroom.
I
was like,
I can't take a shit.
I forgot how to take a shit. Like, I opened the door.
And he stands up. Now, he's a grown-ass man at this point, okay?
I am not. Well, yes.
Yes, he was a teenager, okay? He had hair on his balls already.
And you saw all of them because I was scared.
He stood up. He stood up. His pants around his ankles.
I couldn't shit.
Crying.
What if I went septic? It wouldn't have been fucking funny now, wouldn't it? I was terrified.
I was like, listen, I had to come. You know, I'm sitting there, I'm looking at him like, trying not to look down. Like, listen, you're gonna be okay.
See, nobody cared.
You're fine.
Nobody cared.
I cared because I had to deal with you. Mommy got up. Okay, my mom was in the house at this time. She didn't know what was going on because we did this late at night when she was.
Tell her what she said. No, tell them what she said.
Let me get there.
This is bullshit. This is how alone I was.
Mommy was in the house already. She didn't know what was going on.
Everyone was asleep.
Everyone was asleep. We decided to smoke some weed like little badass kids or whatever. And my mom wakes up from the screaming.
Little badass kids. It's funny how you make us grown and then small. Grown and then small. Like, what kind of Benjamin Button shit you got going on right now?
Mommy wakes up and she's like, what's going on? And she's like and we're like, Raymond kind of got high. She's like, oh,
you fucking deal with it. And she went back to sleep. I'm not doing it.
Mommy went back to sleep. She's like, you guys deal with this shit. Mommy's a little goonie. She did not care. She's like, you guys
were like, fuck. I think you petted me the whole night. Like, I couldn't go see what I was doing.
He slept right. I was like, this.
Make it go away, sis. Make it go away.
He slept in my bed the whole night.
I was frightened. Bro, I was high for 2 days. I was watching cartoons the next day, trying to keep my shit together.
It was bad. And I said, you know what? Never again would I.
I didn't smoke again.
Yeah.
I didn't smoke again.
Until now.
For like 13 years, 14, 15 years.
That's when you started looking at me like I was.
Yeah, I was like, you piece of shit. You're going to keep doing this?
No. Yeah, because I did.
Like, do you have to use the washroom? Did you know you have to use the washroom?
Oh, man. That was a bad.
It's fucking difficult.
It
set me on a road of goodness.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was shitty. Quite literally.
Well, it wasn't shitty because you couldn't shit.
To this day, I don't know if I had to use the washroom or not.
Shitty bastard.
It was frightening.
It was frightening for me. I was
fuck that. Dude, I remember leaning over like the furniture, like, God, I'm not ready. Like, I was talking to him.
He for sure knew
it was over.
So that's what I'm saying. Now,
so you started my anxiety.
That experience. No, we're not.
You're the core of my anxiety.
No.
I didn't think of death once until that moment.
I was not like, here, hit this weed. I was not.
No. I'm not saying that. But you, pretty sure you were the one that purchased it.
No,
you had a job at this point.
I was.
I knew a guy. You definitely knew a guy. So I was definitely the innocent bystander. I had Pokemon cards still.
Next topic.
Oh, now it's next topic. Once we get into your fucking habits. This was before her new back. This was old back, Chris.
I think this is good.
This is when her old spinal cord was
I think
unaligned.
which is not all my fault.
It's definitely your fault.
Anxiety. But you know what?
You brought
But
the bag
now-
upstairs.
See,
It was
you
your
would've
book
never
bag.
known.
It was
That
your
wasn't-
book
it
bag.
wasn't my book bag. No, that was you being bravo. You know what it was? He was being.
I try to be the cool kid.
presentado.
Yeah, I try to be the cool
like,
kid.
hey guys, what you guys doing?
I wanted attention.
Hey, come on, guys. Moral of the story is, guys, don't do drugs.
With your sister?
What the heck?
I think you should meet up with Will Smith and give him that same blunt. Not the spiked one.
No, definitely not.
The one
that
you gave me.
I didn't give it to you. You took it. You jumped in the
You
room.
lit it and left it on a
You
dresser,
were
and I
ready.
came up and
Was
took it.
Muñeca there too?
No, it was me.
No,
and,
Muñeca
me,
was
you,
there.
and,
Muñeca was there.
she was not.
Muñeca
Not in that
weren't you
room.
there? She was.
No, she was not.
She was there when it happened.
I'm not saying she wasn't there. She wasn't in the room because I remember we were sitting on the
She
bed.
smoked too that day.
I'm not saying she wasn't there. I'm saying she wasn't there
Oh, okay. Like in the room, but she
because you guys were on you, and I think I was just being
she
a
was
nosy.
there because she left the room when she saw you freak out. She left. She's like, "Oh hell no."
I saw rats. Maybe that's who passed me and went out the fucking room. Yeka, it was you.
You are not talking about. Yeah, I got your bag. Don't be talking about my cousin, yo.
I love Yeka. You know, I censored the last podcast and she left me on red.
No, I think she.
Oh, you gonna protect her? She's on red. What are you gonna
No,
do? What happened?
she liked our content
How do you?
because she sent me. Well, I know
She could have wrote back an LOL or something.
she said she commented on my behind the scenes. So in
Niggas.
order for her to see my behind the scenes, she had to see yours.
I'm saying I direct messaged her, and she left me on red.
Well, that's fucked up. I'm sorry, Gek. I have nothing.
She's
else.
a piece of shit.
I have nothing else for
She's
you.
a piece of shit. That's why mom beat her.
No, it's
That's
not.
for another podcast.
Oh, I was gonna start talking about that. That wraps it up for the second episode.
Yeah,
How
it was
do
a good one.
you
It was a
feel
fun
about
one.
that?
It was a fun one.
It was a fun one. It was a good one. We got some good topics.
I'm glad the
in there.
world gave us some
Yes, all that good
some
stuff.
content.
Good content.
Thank you, Will Smith.
Thank you guys for watching as well. If you like, hit that like and subscribe.
I fucking enjoy
But
this, and if
before
not, then it's her fault.
before
She
we
didn't.
Go, I want to give a shout out.
Did you
to
just
my-
interrupt me again?
No, we're gonna do a shout out girl to Natys Custom Creation. She created this cup for me. It's so dope. And she actually puts logos and pictures. She's gonna get a dope one for me and this guy here
For the
And
pod.
if you guys want one, you guys should definitely check her out. We'll go ahead and put up her link on the
Description below. It'll be in the video in the bottom of the description.
Yeah, all of that good stuff. And if anybody else, all you small business people out there, have some products you want to like share and have us,
We'll put them on the pod, push it, give y'all some free pub. Unless you guys get really big, then we don't need to talk.
yeah. So that wraps it up. See you guys in the next one.
Peace out.
Peace.